when we make light of the need for pureness in our motives and in our manners, the other components of wisdom are not yours to enjoy. And that's a very big statement. It's like this: if you don't get this one right, the others don't matter. And so when the Bible says, did you see the language of the Greek New Testament? It's clear in the way it's listed there. Is first pure. That implies spiritual integrity. It carries with it a connotation of being undefiled and morally blameless. While the wisdom of the world results in perversion, the wisdom of the Word results in purity. Note, purity stands first in the list, but also first in priority and in importance. There's no hidden motives in God's wisdom. This serves as the very key to all qualities of wisdom to follow. An overarching attribute, if you will. The authenticity and intensity of one's purity determines the outworking of all the other qualities of wisdom. Now hear me again. It's an oxymoron, but the Bible speaks of a demonic wisdom. You may think, well, wait a minute, is it demonic or is it wisdom? The demonic defines that it is wisdom that is of the earth, that it is sensual, it is fleshful, it is demonic, it is not of God. And yet then the Bible says, but there is a contrasting wisdom, wisdom from heaven. Sometimes someone says, I'm telling you, I believe I'm right in this, but I'm telling you, if they're not pure in their motives and pure in their manner, and if there's not this moral blamelessness in their life, they don't have the capacity to hear from God as they ought. The Bible teaches in Isaiah chapter 59 and verse 1 that the Lord's arm is not short that it cannot save, and his ear is not heavy that he cannot hear, but our sin separates us from hearing what God would speak into the life of one of his servants. So it involves moral purity before God and devotional purity in one's focus on him. And so first and foremost, here's what I'd have to do. This is how you would approach this devotionally. You would bow before God and say, Lord, you know the private life of Pastor Johnny. Oh God, I desire to be as passionate about being pure inwardly as I am outwardly. Speak into my heart. Oh God, bring me to the place that I'm constantly confessing anything that would be an offense to who you are. But then he says, and now once you've got that in place, and wow, that's a biggie, the whole sermon could go there. Then he says it's peaceable. Translates peaceful and peace-loving. By the way, to be peaceful is always an outgrowth of purity. The absence, this is good, the absence of purity will always be accompanied by the absence of peace. Listen to what my Bible says in Isaiah 57 verse 20. But the wicked are like the troubled sea when it cannot rest, whose waters cast up mire and dirt. There's no peace, says my God to the wicked. If your heart is wicked instead of pure, you may be able to extend peace, but you cannot experience peace. But I'm telling you, put the two together, oh, joy unspeakable and full of glory. It is really something to be able to sing it and mean it in the depth of your soul. I've got peace like a river in my soul. Let me tell you how this peace works itself out. It's threefold. Listen to me. Number one, when you have peace, wisdom type peace, it has an upward expression. Peace with God. I don't know of anything that'll give you a softer pillow at night than the conscience before God and man that all sins are confessed, you have no ill will with a brother or sister, you love everyone, peace with God. Upward expression. Number two, inward expression. When you have peace with God, it overwhelms you to have peace with ourselves. Number three, it's an outward expression. Now stay with me now, because this is how it flows. It's first of all upward peace. I'm at peace with God. It's inward peace. I'm at peace with myself. And it's outward peace. I'm at peace with others. Wow. That's what it means to be peaceful. So the world's wisdom brings competition, conflict, and confusion. Boy, competition sure kill a relationship.